All right, Pops, I came to the local Cadillac dealership and they've got Lyrics everywhere. This one's in a nice Tiffany blue, navy blue. We've got a gray, another gray. It seems like EVs, oh man, there's even more lined up over there. There's inventory everywhere here. And I'm pretty sure these EVs, these expensive Cadillac EVs, yeah man, they're not selling. And I think I figured out the reason why. Here's the Lyrics Sport 3. I know you're just seeing a reflection of me, but that says $83,335. Whoa. I'm not kidding, man. They have Lyrics everywhere. I'm over at the other side of the lot, and there's another, I don't know, count them up. 7, 8 of them? It's a lot of Lyrics for one small lot, that's for sure. It's worth mentioning, Pops, Cadillac is the brand that raised their MSRP the most. You know the XT5, the CT5, you know the CT5? 23% increase year over year on the MSRP. Yeesh. All right, Pops, there you saw it. About 20 Cadillac Lyrics on that dealer's lot and only a handful of Escalades. There's a mistake that's been made by these automakers going all in on EVs when no one really seems to want to buy them.
I got to tell you, the other day I was trying to write a song and I was having a tough time coming up with the lyrics. Apparently, all I needed to do was to go to my local Cadillac dealership.
Look at this, Dad. There's a 289 days supply of Cadillac Lyrics in the Washington, D.C. metro area where you saw that footage from. 90 for sale of the luxury 3 trim, and only 14 have sold in the last 45 days. That's within a 100-mile radius. Days supply about 290 days. That's not a good look for any automaker. And quite frankly, Dad, for Cadillac, their other models are significantly better, like have days supply under 100, even under 50. It's the Lyrics that are kind of taking up all those spaces on dealer lots. If you were a dealer right now, how would you be feeling about having 20 of these Lyrics just sitting there waiting for people to buy them?
Well, I'd be a tad bit concerned because, Cadillac said 2-3 years ago, we're going all electric. Now, recently they've said, okay, eventually we're going to go all electric, and the eventually isn't going to be as soon as we had thought. That they are going to get more involved in hybrids and continue with their ICE vehicles for quite some time now. It just shows that the bloom has come off the rose. EVs are still growing in popularity, just not as quickly as all these manufacturers thought they would. And Cadillac finds themselves in that boat along with everyone else.
Now, it's not just Cadillac. Other automakers went all in on EVs, and right about now, it seems to be backfiring. Let's look at a 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning Platinum. This is the highest trim level of the F-150 Lightning. And, Dad, this dealer has had this vehicle for 307 days. Again, This is in the Washington, D.C. metro area. You can do this yourself. Just go to CarEdge.com, put in your zip code, and start using the car search. 235 days supply within a 100-mile radius of Washington, D.C. 47 of these have sold, or are for sale, Only 9 have sold in the last 45 days. And there's 2025s right around the corner, man. Like, this is a 2023.
Well, here's the real key. That's the best-selling electric pickup truck in America is the Ford Lightning. Now, having said that, if I was the new car manager of that dealership, I'm placing an order at my local bakery for that truck's birthday cake. It is less than 2 months away before we get to celebrate that truck's first birthday. More than likely, that's going to occur.
Yeah, it really is. And it's not just the Lightnings, it's also the Mach-E's. Look at this. This is going to blow your mind. A 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E Select all-wheel drive. 221 days. And I really need you to focus here. This is a 2023. So when I scroll down and I look at the market days supply, 195 days supply, 65 for sale, 15 have sold in the last 45 days. That's not that bad relative to some of the other vehicles that we were looking at. Again, a market day supply above 100 is usually when a manufacturer is like, that's not good. When the dealer's like, that's expensive. But look at this, Dad. When I look in the same area for a 2024, so now the new ones that Ford has put on dealer lots, sure, this one's only been there for 41 days, but look at the market days supply. Over 2,100 days, because there's 328 of these newer 2024 Mach-E's, but only 7 have sold in the last 45 days. They're struggling to sell the prior model year new EVs. Their dealers are getting flooded with the new model year EVs. No wonder I saw 20 Lyrics at that dealership's lot. Some of them were 23s, some of them were 24s. You know what's going to end up happening? They're going to have triplets. They're going to have 23s, 24s, and 25s pretty soon. It's just a bad look for a market that was growing really fast, really quickly, and now automakers are, pumping the brakes on it.
Well, and the only reason automakers are pumping the brakes is because the public has pumped the brakes. The early adopters, as you have heard me say in the past, they've already adopted. Those who are intellectually curious about EVs are just that. They're curious. They're not curious to the point where they're willing to buy. And I think the main reason, if I can offer an opinion, is that infrastructure has to come first. There has to be greater availability of charging stations around the country before people will make the switch over to EVs. And that, I think, is what's holding them back.
You and I do not see eye to eye on this one. I think it is squarely driven by price. Go back, replay the footage. All those vehicles I showed you are not affordable. So, and I didn't just point and click and choose the expensive ones. The Mach-E that was on there was the cheapest one, was still more than $50,000. So I think price, and then there's a variety of other, answers for why EV adoption has slowed down. But I think price is definitely number one.
Well, we can agree to disagree, and that is the beauty of what you and I do. I have a slightly different opinion. I think price plays a point. But I think fear of being able to charge is a greater deterrent than price.
Let us know what you think down in the comments section below, and go check out the market conditions for EVs in your area. Let us know what you see. Thanks for doing this as always, Pops.
It's my pleasure. And we're singing a song of despair at the Cadillac store.